Hello, everybody, and welcome to. I don't know quite exactly what this video is going to be, if it's gonna be a chill sketchbook, paint with me, or if I'm going to absolutely despise whatever I say during this video and delete all of the audio and turn it into a speed paint with a voiceover. I don't know. We will see. But for right now, I am going to be doing just a little, what is it called? Oh my gosh. It's where I study a piece of art that already, exists, and I do things with it. Recreate it, adapt it. I can't believe I'm forgetting the word. Studies. I already said the word study. I don't know why I didn't. Anyways. So, you are seeing my hands. Ooh. You haven't seen my face before. So this is like as close as you're gonna get right now. Unless you follow me on Twitter @_monista_, and then you get my entire personal life. Twitter is not my diary. But if you are ever curious about the face behind these hands, then you can follow me there. So, I'm going to be using a medium that I haven't used on this channel before, but I have used. It's one of my absolute favorite mediums, which is watercolor, and I'm going to be using the, I think it's pronounced core watercolors. This came in a set. This is what the tin is. It was a set of the tubes of watercolor. So what I did was, I took the tubes out of their little insert thingy, and just turned this into my palette. So I'm going to be using those watercolors with this Canson watercolor sketchbook. You can see all of my stickers. I absolutely love stickers. You'll also notice that I have this big boy. I got this at a thrift store, a local thrift store. So it is Art for the Nations, gifts in honor of the 50th anniversary of the National Gallery of Art. It's just National Gallery of Art, Washington. I assume this was purchased in the National Gallery gift shop, because that seems like something they would have, and also because the author is the National Gallery of Art. So, I don't know how anyone would buy it unless you go on their website, if it's even still there. But I have picked out a couple of pieces of art that I wanted to recreate. This one is just a line work. I'm not gonna say how they did the base color, if it's cream, or if it's cream paper, or if they just painted over it, but either way, I have white paper, so I'll be painting it cream, and then there's all of this line work. This is really glossy paper, so hopefully you'll be able to really see how pretty and intricate and thin and delicate the lines are. I picked this one because I thought it would be good practice for cross hatching and stuff, but I'll probably end up doing just really light and desaturated washes of color, just because I think that would be fun. I'm really bad at taking art that is meant to be practice and stuff way too seriously. So even if I like intend for it to not be really like detailed and all of that, I almost always end up going way too far with just the details and like making it perfect and super well, not professional isn't like, it's not professional, what's the word, just finished, you know, like a finished piece of artwork. And it was probably because I like never sketched as a kid. It just wasn't something that I did. I just drew, and I just like painted, and so I accidentally conditioned myself to see like doing any art as like finished pieces of art, which is kind of bad, I must say, because that means that I take forever to do like art, and I often don't just like throw in the towel. I'm like, oh, I have to like finish this, it has to be rendered to perfection, and it's it makes me slow, and I don't want to be slow, so I am doing this, and hopefully I won't fall into the hole of making this look absolutely perfect. I'm also really terrible at multitasking, and I can't speak very well while doing other things. It's one of my greatest flaws. One of my only flaws, actually. So how are you guys? I wanna know how y'all are doing. I am pretty sure I'm doing okay. You know, as okay as anyone can be right now. I am struggling with getting myself to do work, which is crazy because I really want to do like my comic stuff, but I've just been really into doing literally anything else. That's a lie, not anything else, two very specific things, which is playing games and watching TV. I think it has something to do with the fact that I just got diagnosed relatively recently, relatively in the like span of my life, diagnosed with ADHD the spring semester of my freshman year of college, because I was really struggling and I was like, this is terrible. Absolutely terrible. The things that I was doing to get good grades in high school just were not working, simply because spring was in was from January to like a May? Yeah. So you can imagine that doing a spring semester online was not great. At the beginning of the semester and my fall semester, I did as well as I usually do in school, which is to say that I forgot to do homework and was very terrible at turning that shit in and remembering to do projects and all of that. But I made up with it by test scores, even though I didn't study, which means that I failed, some tests here and there where I probably really should have studied, but I didn't. At the time, I was, looking into an ADHD diagnosis. I had, suspected that something was up, but I didn't really do anything about it, and then I struggled, and I was like, okay, I need some help with this. So, got a diagnosis, and then I got my medication, and, everything was cool. And now, my medication is fine, but now I'm not hyperfixated on my comic. Because with ADHD, we do this thing where we really, really, really focus on a topic or a thing, an object, a game, a show, a movie, a book. We just really focus on one thing that holds our interest. And for me, all through the summer, since July, that had been my comic. And it's not a new thing for me to lose interest in a hyperfixation and then move on. But it used to be that I got hyperfixated on comic work and then lose interest, but I didn't have the necessary mental functions to force myself to continue. 'Cause with ADHD, you do not choose the motivation. The motivation chooses you. So, that's why I would start comic projects and then never finish them, drop them, and all of that. And so I had never experienced what it's like to have motivation that I can control. And so I, for a little bit, not gonna lie, for a week, I was like, oh my god, do I not want to do my comic anymore? Do I just have I just gotten bored with it? Why do I not want to do it? And then I had to do a little introspection and all of that, which is not my strong suit. Certainly not. And I came to the conclusion that I am merely lost hyperfixation on my comic. But thanks to the miracle that is ADHD medication, ADHD medication, I can continue despite it not consuming my every waking thought. Which is simply novel. I really have to say, it is interesting. I wake up and I think, I really want to play Minecraft right now. And then I go, oh, Minecraft sounds really good. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna play it right now. And then I kick myself in the butt and I say, no, you had your coffee. It's time to work on your comic. And then I do. And then I play Minecraft after. And I was going to work on inking my comic today, but I didn't end up doing that, and I'm doing this instead because I also have a undiagnosed movement disorder. You know, wow, very vague. Yes, I know. And I say I have a movement disorder because my movement is disordered, but I have like suspicions of like what it could be, but I haven't gotten it diagnosed, so I'm not gonna say that I have something when I don't have like a diagnosis for it, and I'm like not a neurologist. So I've done like extensive research, but I can only do so much when I don't have access to brain scans or an EEG or an MRI. I had an MRI done, but I can't remember if it was with contrast or no contrast, and those are two like MRI picture taking settings that show my brain, but like some things show up on with contrast and don't show up on without contrast, and so they were like, okay, so we don't see anything, but it's very likely that if we do the other one, we'll see something. But then doctor's offices closed, and my appointment got indefinitely pushed back. So it, it's something that is like annoying and inconvenient. And this morning I dropped not this morning, lunchtime, I dropped a bowl. I took a bowl out of the cupboard and I turned to go put it on the counter, and I dropped it and it fell on the ground and all of that. And then when I went to get a drink, it happened again, except with the cup, and nothing broke because long ago we got shatterproof what's the word? Dishware. Long ago we got shatterproof dishware, and so nothing broke, but I was like not confident I would be able to have the fine motor movement to do inking. So I am doing this, which I was planning on doing this type of video this week anyways, but I just moved it up. What did I just say to myself? What did I just say? Hey, don't get lost in the details, because you don't need to make it perfect. I said that. You heard me. And what am I doing? Exactly that. I really like to do landscapes too. Not only because I think that they're easy, because organic shapes are pretty hard to mess up, but because it's just something relaxing about not having to be so technical. Like if I was to be doing like a portrait or something, you know? It's just organic shapes, and if you're not 100% faithful to your reference photo, then that's fine. Literally no one will know. I don't actually think it's wrong or like somehow just like against the laws of art to look at something that isn't so perfect as you intended and say, you know what, that still looks good. It's something that I had to really like be conscious of, because it's super easy to have like an image of something in your mind, and if you don't get it right, to be like, this is terrible, because sometimes mistakes are less mistakes and more just deviations from what you envisioned the end product to be. And by saying, you know, this is terrible, this is bad, this isn't what I wanted it to look like, it didn't turn out right, people will then be aware that it's not how you intended it to look, and that will, you know, make other people think that it is wrong too, when otherwise they would have looked at it and been like, oh my god, this is so good, because they can't tell what you quote unquote failed at, simply because maybe it isn't a mistake, but a deviation. And that's why I like landscapes, because if you aren't quite you know, faithful to the reference photo, it's simply a deviation. You know what also is really good at training you to just accept things you didn't intend to do and just roll with it is sketch in pen. And I hated pencils as a kid. Absolutely could not stand the experience of writing with a pencil. Something about the I think maybe something about the texture of it, or like, I don't know what exactly it is about pencils that made me want to die. But the second my teachers were fine with us writing and stuff in pen, I dropped pencils. Did not carry around a pencil with me at all. Just, I was pen only from then on out. And at the time, eventually, I didn't like, or really, I preferred, that's the word, sketching with a pen than a pencil. And what that did was I didn't dwell or fuss over a line that wasn't quite where I wanted it to be, or, you know, just a face that looked terrible. Like, I didn't erase and erase and erase and erase until it was perfect. Ooh. Until it was perfect, because it was pen. It was either deal with it or go to the next page and start over. So I accidentally trained myself to do something that a lot of people struggle with, which is not overthinking it, not overworking it, simply letting it be or moving on, you know? Letting it be, moving on, or incorporating it into the piece and doing something to cover it up or whatever, but erasing it I could not. Ow. There's also, ow, oh my god. In like the back clouds, there's just like a little bit of like curvature, like this. I think that's cute. There's something about just these little strokes. Hopefully you can see that. Just these little strokes that indicate it's curvy. So this is the bit of painting that I recreated, and I think that I was very faithful to the style of the reference image. So hopefully, hopefully painting this will turn out well. Fingers crossed. Okay, let's, I'm gonna start down here. Okay. This should not be too bad. So hopefully, this first layer will... Ooh. Okay, so I don't want to keep my pen. I want to keep my brush... I want to keep my brush damp. Because it seems like as it dries, it drags the graphite, which is not what I want. Like it's doing right now. Yes, perfect. Perfect, perfect. And I'm not gonna be too careful with it. Cause, you know, it's just a sketch. I keep telling myself. And the graphite is holding up remarkably well. I think that's gonna be... Ooh. I think actually, this isn't how it is in the reference photo, but I'm making it like this now. That's gonna be water. Ooh. I like that. Okay, so the painting is done, and sorry that the light is so inconsistent in this video. That's just what I get for starting late and not accounting for, obviously, the yellow of my desk lamp, so I changed the settings on my camera and all of that, so you can see the final piece in its glory. So here it is. I will do this again. I really liked this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed me talking about this. Hopefully you enjoyed watching this, and it wasn't too terrible. So yeah, if you want to see high-res photos of this, you can follow me on Instagram @_monista_. My Twitter is the same. If you like this video and you like the hands behind the pen, then subscribe for more. I have a 100 Days of Making Comics series in progress right now. That's like, I post weekly updates on that. And that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.